Hi Scorpio, welcome to your monthly readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of February, as usual, I'll be offering a special tarot creation, and for this month it's called the Cupid's Message and is of course focused in themes of love, matters of the heart, and relationship dynamics. So if you would like to know more details about that special or any other of my tarot services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So Scorpio, I do feel like February is quite an intense month for you. There's a feeling of a lot of raw, complicated, dense emotions being here triggered. I do feel like there's this quality of density again, of deep, almost obscure energy that you're processing, releasing, or some of your shadow energy. So shadow work might also be a part of the experience here, or let's say the opportunity versus challenge as well that you are dealing with and learning how to balance, because I do feel like some of you need to make powerful, important decisions, choices that you know are going to affect tremendously, have a big impact in your life and also perhaps in the life of others you are involved with. And the choices you're being called to make, the endings that you're being called to make so other things can begin, are difficult. I do feel like some of you really need to breathe throughout the month and to not, do anything impulsively, to not fall into temptation throughout anger or impatience or restlessness, to, be struck by a sudden impulse that can put it at risk or jeopardy this process that is huge because it will have a major impact in your life. And right now, February seems to present to you the need to balance things, to make a decision in an uncomfortable situation or about an uncomfortable situation. Justice can be about termination, especially when we have death, termination of a contract, divorce, or other type of endings that sometimes we are called to make in our lives, so we can improve, to stop with the negative behaviors or tendencies, or accepting whatever type of abuse we might be under, coming from work, coming from our partners, coming from friends, society. I do feel like there's this quality of enough, having enough of something. But at the same time, with the Eight of Swords being here, you had enough of something in your life, but you don't know right now or immediately how to be free from this imprisonment, from this difficult, complex situation, because it apparently gives you a sense of being held back, imprisoned again, tied down, bonded to something that you feel you cannot be free from. Many times, the Eight of Swords is a psychological issue. It's a matter of blocks in the mind, limitations of the self that makes us blind to our possibilities and to the fact that we always have options, even when we feel like we don't, we do, because you're alive, you're creating, you're manifesting. There's always something else to do, always somewhere else to be, and someone else to love. So whatever you feel like it's the end, it's not. It doesn't represent the ending for you. It represents an ending to a toxic situation. That it could even be the ending of an abusive psychological, again, pattern you have that keeps you trapped. I don't know if you can see it well, but in this card you can clearly see that in this tarot deck, that the Justice Arcana, she is struggling. She's uncomfortable. She's not feeling well within a particular situation, and she's angry. Strength card. Angry, but also resisting, because she feels like she has to endure. She can't give up now. And I'm saying she, but this is a message for both male and female audience. So it's a situation that triggers, again, strong responses of anger, passion, violence. That feeling of passive-aggressive is also here. You might be experimenting with those extreme sensations, both of both being passive and then suddenly having moments of aggression in your speech or in your behavior. And also, of course, in my readings, this could also always be manifested as an external circumstance. So coming from a person having this attitude with you, or the feeling of a circumstance that triggers, again, all of this vibe, even if it's not you that are expressing it. And as I said, it does provide those feelings, and then it does also provide the death feeling. You know that song from Evanescence, Going Under, the feeling of going under, of being pulled by, again, that dense, deep energy, pulling you to the underworld, where you have to deal with your psyche, where you have to deal with your shadows, where you have to deal with your fears, so that you are free then to come back to the surface and be, again, free to do whatever you want to do. So it feels like also many of you, just there's something you have been resisting dealing with, because I also see Scorpios here quite stubborn, rigid, or even, unwilling to accept something about themselves. It could be a fear of acknowledging mistakes, or a fear of participating in something, again, that you feel is wrong, that you feel is not for you, but that you need to, perhaps, to be free. Again, for some of you, you have been stubborn. You have been keeping the transformative process in a way. You have been delaying it, keeping it from happening out of fear, out of priorities, denial, whatever it is. And it's like February is a month where you cannot delay this anymore. Death, justice, strength, heavy cards, karmic cards. It's a karmic period for you to, when I say karmic, is heavy, a heavy sense of, let's say, baggage, lessons, things you have in a way stored, accumulated. Now you need to process them so you can be free to initiate a new karmic cycle. And this feels that it deals a lot, yes, with you, and it deals a lot with the things, because Death card is the card of Scorpio, and it's in your soul. So it's to get you in touch with a part of you that it's vital, that it's needed to be working properly, So you can then be free of the Eight of Swords. What holds you? What holds you down? What brings you down? You can't be stuck forever. And this stuck forever could also be, you cannot be stuck in your ways forever. We are always called to change a little bit, to give in a little bit, to be more flexible a little bit. You know, as life goes, we learn that we need to be adaptable, we need to be flexible, because change is always happening, and when we don't change but external change happens, we have a hard time with it. It's a painful experience. So some of you, this is about you need to change your ways. Others of you, you need to change the way you are dealing with a situation that feels very hard to endure, suffocating. Some of you are getting yourselves ready to leave a situation again, but you're just processing it maybe in silence, or just dealing with the fear that that decision evokes of whatever this ending is. And I feel like you need time as well. Some of you need time to be with yourselves, to be with your minds, to be with your hearts, to be with your memories, you know. And I feel like some of you, there's something about you not having time. You're not having time to process all of this. You're not having time to stop. You're not having time to feel and think. Some of you are living in a very, like co-pilot form, or you are indeed feel swamped with responsibilities and work that put you last, or you're healing at last in your priorities. But something might happen that again puts that feeling of enough. Others of you, I feel like you are also kind of feeling here a strong calling. It's like feeling the pull to do something, to go somewhere, to talk with someone. And if you do, I do feel like the energy is like you're strangely connected again with the depths of information. So you may not be able to rationally justify, but usually Scorpios are okay with this, but you might not be able to rationalize and justify why you're getting the vibes you're getting about certain circumstances, but the truth is you're feeling it. You're feeling the pull. It's like gravity. It's a very, again, complex, energetic sense that I have here for you, Scorpios. It's a heavy load. It's not the most fun and light energy, but all of this is happening to exactly lighten up the things in your life that have not been light. And death being in your soul position, actually, for me, it's a good sign, because it means that you are, to process, to feel, to rescue, to embody in your future something that belongs to the true nature of your purpose, the true nature of what you really want to do, not what this tells you you can or cannot do. So let the things that need to die. Things that need to go for the time being, at least let it go. Really put it out of your system. I also feel like some of you could benefit from doing, conscious, shadow work therapies, where you put those demons, fears, negativity, anger, whatever you're feeling out in paper, in dance, in painting, in communication, whichever ways you find it would really benefit some of you. So I hope you have a great month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. hopefully we'll see each other soon.